You didn't expect to become a memory that lingered, but here you are. Quiet, composed, stoic. And yet, somehow she still reacts to your silence more than she ever did to your presence. Welcome to Stoic Bond Mastery, where we explore the hidden depths of human connection, emotional control, and masculine awareness. If you're ready to master the subtle power of detachment and understand the unspoken truth behind her behavior, you're in the right place. Take a moment right now to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and stay with me through this video because what you're about to hear isn't just information. It's insight most men miss until it's too late. Let's begin. Number 1. Her silence isn't indifference. There's a kind of silence that comes from peace. And then there's the silence that aches. When a woman is truly over you, her absence feels clean. Her silence feels final. There's no tension, no emotional residue. It's as though a chapter closed and she's already writing the next one. But when she's still emotionally attached, that silence feels different. It hangs in the air. You can feel it in the way she hesitates to block you, in the way she disappears without fully detaching. It's not absence, it's a quiet protest. A waiting room. A soft scream. Her silence doesn't mean she's moved on. Sometimes it means she's still hoping you'll break it. Number 2, she watches from a distance. You haven't spoken in weeks, maybe months. But she's still there quietly orbiting your world. Watching your stories, checking your likes, scrolling through your old photos. She stays just far enough to convince herself she's letting go, but close enough to never miss an update. And often she won't reach out. Instead, she'll stay in touch with mutual friends. Asking vague questions that don't sound like they're about you, but always are. This kind of indirect contact is an emotional breadcrumb trail. She's not ready to step back into your life, but she's also not ready to watch you live it without her. Number 3, her emotions still react to you. If your name still stirs something in her, even if it's irritation, that's not indifference. Emotional detachment is calm. What you're seeing is unresolved feeling. When she hears about you and suddenly grows cold, defensive, or overly sarcastic, it's not just a random reaction, it's evidence that your presence still carries weight. Women process emotions deeply, often in layers. So when she snaps at the mention of your name, or mocks something about you just a little too harshly, understand this. What you're witnessing is pain dressed in pride. And pride rarely shows up where there's nothing left to protect. Number 4, she brings up old memories. Nostalgia is a subtle confession. If she mentions the time you two laughed until your stomachs hurt, or that random inside joke only you both understood, it's never by accident. Memories are emotional anchors. And when she brings up the past, she's really saying, I haven't fully closed this door. These aren't just sentimental throwbacks. They're emotional probes. She wants to see if those memories still mean something to you too. She's hoping your mind still wanders to those same moments when you're alone at night. Number 5, she compares other men to you. When a woman is still emotionally tied to you, every man who comes after is measured against your shadow. Sometimes she'll say it directly, you wouldn't have done that. Other times, it's a silent thought that flashes across her mind when someone else fails to understand her the way you did. You became a reference point not just for love, but for connection, chemistry, presence. And even if she's dating someone new, if she's still drawing comparisons, if you still show up in her internal dialogue, she hasn't let go. Not really. Number 6, mixed signals. One moment she's warm and engaging. The next she's distant and aloof. Her communication is inconsistent. Her energy wavers. This isn't manipulation. This is conflict. Inside her, two voices are battling it out. One tells her to move on, protect her heart. The other still wants to feel yours beating close to hers again. Mixed signals are the hallmark of unresolved attachment. She hasn't decided how to feel because she hasn't truly let herself feel the loss. So instead, she moves like a pendulum hoping you'll catch her mid-swing. Number 7, she tries to trigger a reaction. It's the curated Instagram story. The seductive pose with a caption that sounds deep but is clearly aimed. It's that quote about choosing peace that coincidentally drops the day after you're seen with someone else. Don't underestimate this. These are not random acts of self-expression. They're emotional signals disguised as self-love. She's not over you. She's trying to see if you're over her. And the only way she knows how to test that is through your reaction. Number 8, she reaches out by mistake. Oops, wrong person. Hey, I meant to send this to someone else. Or she sends a song you once loved, a meme only you would understand, a random text at midnight. These aren't mistakes. They're carefully veiled attempts to reopen a closed door without risking the ego hit of being rejected directly. Every accidental message is her way of asking, are you still there? even if she doesn't say it aloud. Number 9, she asks about your dating life. When she casually asks if you're seeing someone or makes jokes about your new girlfriend, she's testing emotional waters. If she didn't care, she wouldn't ask. And when she does, pay attention to her tone. The curiosity is never neutral. It's laced with subtle panic, jealousy, or even resentment. She's not just checking your status. She's checking to see if there's still space for her in your future. Number 10, she still gets jealous. Jealousy is not always loud. Sometimes it's sarcastic remarks, unnecessary criticism, or passive-aggressive digs. If she mocks your progress, questions your choices, or seems emotionally distant when you share good news, jealousy is speaking for her. It's not because she hates what you're becoming. It's because she secretly wishes she were still part of it. Number 11, she can't fully let go. No matter how far she runs, she keeps circling back. Maybe she sees you in dreams. Maybe she finds herself going to the same places, listening to your favorite songs, or scrolling through your old messages at 2 a.m. These aren't coincidences. These are the echoes of a bond that hasn't been severed. She may try to convince herself that it's over, that she's moved on, but the truth is in her patterns. Her energy keeps returning to you. And until she makes peace with that attachment, it will keep pulling her back like a tide that refuses to recede. You see, emotional attachment isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides behind silence, sarcasm, or smiles. But if you're paying attention, you'll notice the signs. And once you do, you gain something rare: clarity. You don't have to chase her. You don't have to prove anything. Her actions already told you the story. If this resonated with you, I encourage you to subscribe to Stoic Bond Mastery for more honest, in-depth content that speaks to the heart of masculine emotional intelligence and self-mastery. Leave a comment below. What sign have you noticed in your past experiences? And remember, the most powerful response to emotional confusion is composed clarity. Until next time, stay grounded, stay detached, stay powerful.